Okay, we're going to make some more soap. We have these 2 batches in here, and now I'm going to make a 3rd batch. So we need about a little more than 3 cups of water. That's 2.5. No, that's 2. Well, now I have to do it over again. So that's 3 in there. About 3 1/4. Three and about 1/4. Okay, and then we add some more. See, I'm not all that accurate with the water because it's gonna cook and some of that water is gonna come off anyway. So I need 2 more packets of lye. Okay, now I don't need these around here. Okay, now this is very important. You do not want to get this, you don't want it in your eyes. It will blind you. No joke. And you don't want to breathe it. It'll burn your lungs. If it gets on your skin, it will start to burn. And it'll usually just start to burn a little hole in your skin. And you'll feel it. And you'll run to the water. Wash it off. Flush it with water. And then don't use vinegar. I used to tell you to use vinegar, but that's wrong. Vinegar will neutralize it, but that's not, I don't remember why, but somebody was going around trying to get people to stop telling people to use vinegar. So I will be obedient and stop telling you to do that. Okay, so now we add our lye granules. It's nice that it's in granules and not powder, because if one drops, you can pick it up. Now it's going to try to sit at the bottom and clump. But if it does that and you don't know, then you're going to end up with granules in your soap. When you pour it into the oil, it's too late for it to dissolve. You can't beat it up or anything and get rid of it anymore. It'll make your soap have lye balls in it, or lye bits. You see you have a few granules left there? It's very easy to get every bit when it's when they are granules. Okay, now I have this spoon which I'm using. I have stirred some soap with it. Now you see it's a long spoon, and I'm way back here stirring because I don't want to breathe it. I can put it in cold water. Can you hear that? You can still hear the granules? Maybe I shouldn't put it in cold water yet. I want them to all dissolve. And as they dissolve, it heats this up. See how fragile this container's got? Okay, I'm going to let that wait for a few minutes. I'm going to add some lye to this one. I don't want to add it at the same and stir it at the same time. That is because the lye granules will get on my spoon. And then when I take my spoon out, it'll have lye granules on it. It just becomes a lot of trouble to try and get them off without ending up with it all over me. Same with the side of the container. I don't want it to go on the side of the container. Just too much trouble to try and deal with it when it's on there. Now once again, you don't stand over it. You don't want to burn your gums. I was going to tell you about what happens if you get it on your fingers. It'll start to burn a hole. You'll feel it, and you'll want to get it off. So you run and get the cold water. Well, if you don't get to the cold water, or the water in time, after a while, you don't feel it anymore. It's burned the ends of the nerves. And so you can't feel it, but it keeps burning. So sometimes you'll see these graphic pictures of lye burns. That's because you don't feel it after a while, and it will continue to burn. Now, there are times that I've been too busy to go get my hands washed. I was right in the middle of pouring it, and I couldn't stop or something. And so then I would end up with a little hole. A little tiny hole, like one granule sized. You want to rotate the water around it a bit. You don't want it to have the same water beside it all the time. I mean, you can, but it just won't cool as fast. Okay, let's put our... Well, this had oil in it last time. Put our water in here to let it sit with. Okay. Now we get on with our other ingredients. I find this 8-cup measuring thing really helpful. 8 cups of oil, 10 ounces of lye. Okay, so that's for one batch. Oops. What was left over in there? Okay. There we go. We're ready now. Ready to go. So see how hot these are. It's 130. This will be hotter because there's not as much water around it. Ooh, that's 160 and going up. Let me show that to you. Now this has only been in here a few minutes, but see how it's gotten solid? And those were the water droplets that were in the bowl, or what was left in there. Okay, I think this needs more water to swim around in. Water's quite warm, but it's still cooler than the other thing. Okay, it's 120. So let's go get some more crock pots. Now, to use those small crock pots, it takes 2 crock pots for each. See my Hawaiian quilt? Okay, lots of pumpkins here. And squashes. Okay, so it's gonna take all 4 of these to do this. So I'll come back when I get them moved, okay?